Okay. Yeah, I was attending a conference in January in UK called Learning and Technology World Forum. Yeah, and I learned UK government had sent a computer to a poor family, or even offer a free internet access. However, in Taiwan, we are doing in different way. As I in my presentation, I was mentioning the concept of digital opportunity center in Taiwan. Well, actually, the size of Taiwan is not so big as you know, and we established 168 DOC to help those people in rural area, especially to help those people. I mean, like senior or aborigine and some tribe, local tribe. Okay, and so I think that's one way to go in. I mean, we build a center with around 10 to 15 computers in the room, and also we can help the kids to learn a computer after class. Usually those kids are living in the poor village, and they can go to the center to learn a computer. So we try to educate those people in well, I would say in a very severe condition. Yeah. But actually it improved. If you are interested, you can look at you just type in DOC Taiwan, and you can know the programs and what the achievements we have made for that program. Thank you.
Is there any response from this side of the bench?
Actually, I would like to make some response to that very big question. But before that, I want to actually thank all the speakers for actually giving us such a good learning experience. I feel very embarrassed when interviewer said thank me for inviting you. In fact, I would say it's our center and my own privilege to have the opportunity to have you all here, and it's a good learning experience for me. And just to demonstrate that I've really learned something, actually, the question that this lady has been asking was actually a question that I had, very much been thinking about, because it seems such a big problem. And on yesterday, Jodie's keynote was actually making me even more perplexed, because it was such a comprehensive thing. So how can we get the whole society to be working together? And it's such a complex thing. But then after listening to the speakers, I thought, there's so much that is also in common in terms of the stories. First of all, there's this word journey. So all the speakers talk about a journey. The journey hasn't been a very long one in terms of time, but we've been learning a lot. All these projects, actually there's a lot of learning going on. And it's a journey where we don't even have a map. We don't know what the end point would exactly be like. And what's more curious, we're actually constructing our end point all the time. So normally when we go on a journey, we know where we go. But now you don't only not know where you go, you have sort of like a kind of direction. But you are always constructing something new for yourself when you are traveling. So that's the basic challenge. And I think, when we talk about the 21st century challenges, is in fact, you know, we all know we are going to be transforming, but where to? But I think, you know, what I also hear a lot these 2 days is very similar. Jordi was talking about a mosaic. This afternoon, Richard was talking about sort of micro changes to transformation. So I think if we were thinking about, you know, getting a policy to change overnight, it's not possible. But if we were going to be thinking about how we can learn together, I think that's probably, you know, closer. Another thing that I've sort of seen in terms of comment is building links with the community. I mean, all the journeys as we learn, we know how important it is that it's not just us. We have to be working with the community. And also what is very impressive to me was listening was how you actually build a partnership. So partnership with the, so some of you talk about building up e-services, outsourcing, and so on. So you're really getting more people to come in. So I think that's very, very important. So I was thinking, say, for example, and I think how do we learn? I mean, we've all been paying fees to learn. The thing is how we can learn faster through the, you know, it's not possible not to make mistakes. I mean, how can we create a community which, I mean, has the capacity to take risks and to learn? And I was thinking about, you know, when Laura-san was talking, she was saying, you know, the pilot schools, the first pilots were the elite schools. I mean, we are recently within Hong Kong talking about our new phase of e-learning. And the government is talking about having pilot schools or pilot projects. And I was asking, what are we piloting? What are we piloting? Now that's important. What Ray was talking about was very, I mean, initially it struck me to be, it doesn't seem to be very interesting because I mean, we've all been hearing about digital resources. But then I was sort of woken up when he talked about, you know, having these courses for labor. Now I was thinking about what if we have e-learning portal that caters for learning for parents and for community, and it's not just for parenting, but really parents learning something important. And so that's probably changing the community, and that might actually have the digital divide more than, you know, very sort of focused digital divide strategies. I don't know. So I'm thinking maybe we can sort of build, so if we, Johnny was talking about some kind of a metaphor. Yeah. I think, you know, the metaphor is more like a mosaic or a network. So how can we build a network where we can be learning together and also people can be contributing? So you don't need to be contributing to the whole thing, but if you're contributing to some pieces of the mosaic, that probably would be useful. So I want to thank you know, all of you for the insight that you have shared.